Hello, this is Dr. Liv with New Insight Counseling, and thank you for joining me in another video. Please be sure to like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. Today's video will be a discussion about the new supply, and this was a question that a client asked that made me think back to my own situation. One being a 20-year marriage and the other being a 5-year situation. And so I was thinking, no one wants to feel like a fool, like someone was playing right in your face, in plain sight, and you didn't know it. To think you could have been laughing with, talking to, confiding in, or hanging around the very person your ex was entertaining. And although I personally don't do much confiding in anyone about my personal and private business, like many people, when you get to know someone and you feel safe and comfortable with them, thinking they're someone you can trust, you tend to talk more openly than you would with a stranger or someone you felt you couldn't trust. Nevertheless, you wonder if the new supply knew you or knew of you, and if it was someone you knew, someone you were introduced to, perhaps told they were a family member or friend. And just the thought of it makes you sick and enraged with anger. And you start having certain thoughts and certain triggers and urges that you try so hard, believe me, I know, so hard not to act on. And again, side note, this is why challenging and changing your thoughts and emotional regulation are two key coping skills we need. So whether the person knew of you or not, if you were to reach out to them, they will naturally have doubts about your intentions. I don't care how nice and respectful you are or how you explain it or what proof you may have. And you would too if someone reached out to you about your partner or ex. And even if the person listens and is receptive to what you're saying, then what? They leave and you go back to the same devil? Or the new supply leaves and you take satisfaction out of knowing you sabotaged or threw a monkey wrench, so to speak, in the narcissist's plans? If so, how long will you keep this up? Because the narcissist is always going to have supply. They're always on the prowl, and you should know this now better than anyone. So will you continue to go down this road every time? Sadly and unfortunately, many do. But is it worth it? Your time, energy, and effort. What does it prove? And by doing so, now you're acting out of character, stooping to their level, and turning yourself into a conniving and dysfunctional person. Your intentions may have been honest and good, but your methods are not. And your methods are pointless. Pointless because the bottom line is, it doesn't matter if you knew the new supply or not, or if they knew of you. The narcissist is going to pull the same BS, just with a different person. So, same dog, new tricks. No offense to dogs. It's only a matter of time. And if they stay with the person a long time, understand that having a lot of years with someone, getting engaged, married, having children, and accumulating things together is no indication of happiness or relationship quality. Remember, as I said in a previous video, that the appearance of something does not guarantee the existence of something. So in other words, you can have all of that and still have a whole lot of nothing. And this is why you have to shift your focus. It's pointless to continue seeking the narcissist or racking your brain trying to make sense of the things they said or did, because it won't. It will never make sense. There's no sense to be made of it. That's what you have to understand and accept. It's wasted energy, and the more questions you ask them, the more confusion they will create, and the more questions you ask yourself, the more questions you will continue to formulate in your mind. And just when you think you kind of sort of understand one thing, that thing will lead to something else that's been confusing and unresolved. And all the while you're caught up in this cycle of rumination, you're causing yourself physical and emotional distress, such as headaches and other somatic symptoms not eating or sleeping adequately, anxiety, stress, frustration, depression. So remember, the more you stay focused on or tapped in on the ex in their life, the less focused and tapped in you are on your life. And you're the only person suffering, because the narcissist is living their life on to the next person, on to the next venture. And you have to be careful because, again, as we all know, they are masters of illusion and deception. So some want you to think they're living it up and couldn't be happier without you when they really aren't. And others will flip it around and pretend to be absolutely devastated and depressed and can't live without you. But either way, whatever the case may be, you know the truth of your experience with them. You know the life you lived with them. You saw the mask slip or come completely off, and so you know who they really are. And because you know this, you have to protect yourself. Don't let feelings override your logic, and be discerning in the decisions you make. So when your mind goes there, and I guarantee you it will, because that's just human nature, you have to challenge it, confront those thoughts, and replace them with affirmations and more healthy, helpful thoughts, so that you stand on business, take care of yourself, and focus on the people and things that really matter. I hope this helps. Please leave your comments down below, and we will talk soon.